In a few minutes, Miami Dolphins quarterback Tua Tagovailoa will be playing his first game since concussion recovery. He hasn't played in a few weeks. In a game against the Buffalo Bills, he hurt his back and head, but was cleared to return to the game. Well, the next game, he suffered another head injury and was taken to the hospital. Doctors say he had a concussion, prompting the league to change its concussion protocols. And they're calling it the Tua rule. It says if a player shows signs of dizziness or slurred speech, he is immediately taken out of the game. Since it was enacted, several players have been removed from games. That's a significant increase from previous years and even weeks prior to the concussion. We have some unique insight from former NFL player and now doctor, Dr. Nate Hughes. Thank you so much for being here, Dr. Hughes.
Thank you for having me. Glad to be here.
The first question I have for you tonight, if Tua gets a major hit in the game tonight, what is going to happen even if it doesn't trigger the so-called Tua rule?
So even if it doesn't trigger the Tua rule, it's the fact that he sustains a major hit to the head or neck. We know from previous players who've had one insult, a second insult, and a third insult that things progressively get worse, and it's a lot easier to have another concussion after that. I played with a guy by the name of Javid Best, and he had a pretty ugly concussion in college, and the concussions seemed to kind of follow him throughout his NFL career, and he didn't have much of an NFL career dealing with concussions.
So you believe at this point he's at an increased risk than he was before for having a hit and having some serious issues afterwards?
Definitely. And another thing I believe that the most important thing I think going into the game is to see how he looks on his feet. As a guy who suffered a concussion in the NFL, I remember quite vividly leaving the field, felt like my normal self, but I was unaware of what was really going on. A week later, I was going through practice, was not allowed to play in the game, which was a great thing for me. Was not allowed to play in the game, but the week after I played in my next game. So 2 weeks in between a concussion, and I didn't quite feel myself on my feet. I felt a little weak, a little lethargic. One could easily say that maybe it was from not practicing for a week, but I think it could easily be attributed to the remnants of the concussion.
Thank you for sharing that with us. And one more question for you before we have to let you go. What are you going to be watching for most closely as he takes the field and as he plays tonight?
I think the most important thing is the staff, the team doctors, the team, ownerships, and other people who are just innocently watching are very vigilant about noticing and paying close attention to see how he looks. I'm glad they added the new rule in with the ataxia. A previous thing they actually had in the old protocol was that if a player grabs his head or clutches his head, that was a reason to pull him to the side, take him to the tent, and do a concussion protocol. And if you can remember from the Bills game, he had a moment very similar to that, and I knew at that moment that he had a concussion.
Yeah, that should have absolutely been one of the moments. And just for us lay people, can you explain ataxia, this new criteria that they're going to be looking at?
So ataxia is just simply an impairment or an imbalance. Your balance, in more layman terms, is controlled by different parts of your brain. And once you have a insult to your brain and it affects that part of your brain, you can have this instability, this ataxia. Another way to kind of put it in a little more layman terms, but it's not the exact same thing, is to kind of compare ataxia to what a person who is intoxicated with alcohol may look like walking.
That's really helpful to understand. Dr. Nate Hughes, what an interesting career trajectory you've had as well, and I certainly have appreciated your insight and time. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider, and don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.